myth about career planning busted. From procrastinating to submitting oneself to inadequate information, so Chicho Surf Director Growth Center identifies the 10 common myths about choosing a career and tells you why it will affect you in the long run. Keep in mind that the road to career happiness is usually full of bumps, curves and tangents rather than a straight, direct path from point A to B. While career peer pressure and post-study placements could be major influences affecting your decision at 16. There are those who end up regretting their decisions even when they are 30. So, what are the mistakes young people make while deciding their careers? Where exactly are they going wrong? What can you do to avoid getting into a situation like that? The common career myths are as follows. Myth 1. Arts humanities majors usually are unemployable after college. Fact: skills matter in every stream. Humanities majors usually provide training in basic areas called transferable skills such as interpersonal communication, writing, research, and critical thinking. Transferable skills indicate the skills that are learned in one area can be readily utilized in a wide range of other areas. These skills that one learns are sought after by many employers. Arts majors are employed in a wide range of careers. Although humanities graduates sometimes take more time finding a niche in the working world, it's usually because they don't know what they can or want to do, or they are not aware of the options available to them. So, do not assume that a certain stream will open up your opportunities for the future. Myth 2. Selecting what's hot at the moment is safe. Fact: what's hot today may not necessarily be 10 to 20 years later. Selecting a major or pursuing a career just because it's hot can be dangerous. There are two things you must understand before opting for this approach. First, what is hot today may cool down or disappear completely in the near future. Secondly, such a choice fails to take into account the interests and abilities of the student or the kind of environment in which they are most likely to succeed. But career satisfactions involve far than simply being able to do a particular job. It requires interest, commitment, passion. There are far better indicators for career choice than any fad of the moment. New career fields and jobs emerge every year as a result of changes in public policy, technology, and economic trends. Therefore, you are on much firmer ground when you select a career goal that genuinely interests you. Myth 3. Career assessments, counselors will not be of any use for me. Fact: you must know what your aptitude is before choosing a career. Psychometric assessment or aptitude tests can provide additional information that be helpful as part of the career planning process. Assessments would provide a clear idea as to one's aptitudes, strengths, and weakness, and their mental capabilities, which aids in selecting a career, but with thorough brainstorming with a career counselor who can talk out various career options based on the match between and the student profile and the career. Of course, it's up to you where you want to pursue what the counselors advises you to, but do not skip this step. Myth 4. If X is happy in a particular field, I will be happy too. Fact: you are not X. Everyone is different, and what works for one person won't necessarily work for another, even if that other person is someone with whom you have a lot in common. If someone you know has a career that interests you, try and get more details about the career. Terms of the job description, the skills required and market demand of the career. Then, match the description with your traits and then make a choice. Be aware that what you like may not be necessarily be a good fit for you. Myth 5. If I wait long enough, luck will eventually bring me to the right career. Fact: Procrastination is no substitute for laziness. It is unlikely that you will just bump into the occupation that will perfectly match for your skills and interests. The more information you gather about yourself and the occupations you are considering, the more likely it is you will make a wise career decision. It is true that some things beyond your control will influence your life, but you must take an active role to determine your own fate. Look around you. These people who are unhappy in their careers most likely just fell into something without careful planning. Do you want the same thing to happen to your career graph? So, think wisely and plan the process. Myth 6. Making a lot of money will make me happy. Fact. The ingredients of fulfilling a career also includes passion and commitment to growth. While salary is important, it isn't be the only factor you should look at when choosing a career. Countless surveys have shown that money doesn't necessarily lead to a job satisfaction. For many people, enjoying what they do and at work is much more important. 7. Once I choose a career, I'll be stuck in it forever. Fact. You are never too old to switch careers. Not true. If you are unsatisfied in your career for any reason, you can always change. Discussing your interests with knowledgeable people who could guide you towards another career could land you in a satisfying job profile. Remember, just being in a job without a lack of interest would hamper your performance. So, it would be better if you make a wise choice later. Many people do change careers several times over the course of their lifetime. Myth 8. If I change careers, my skills will be wasted. Fact. Being multi-skills allows you to learn and adapt accordingly. It is true that certain jobs require some specialized skill set, but note that mostly jobs requires a common type of skills, which most of the individuals possess. Your skills are yours to keep. You may not use them in the exactly the same, but they won't be wasted. Myth 9. I will decide after the results are out. Fact. Impulsive decisions lack planning and directions. Though one can keep options, but having a sound academic background always proves beneficial while making a career. The 2 years of junior college, class 11 and 12, are very essential as they form a base for a particular career. One cannot ignore the knowledge gained while studying. Deciding after graduation sometimes leads to impulsive decisions, as earlier educational qualification may not be applicable to the area of work that you plan to pursue in later life. Planning in advance prepares you better to deal with the if and or situations better. 10. I love this hobby, but I don't think I can make money out of it. Fact. If you love what you do, you will not feel like you are working. End of repeated line. It explains why part-time hobbies like cooking, photography, and design that were once pursued during weekends are now being pursued as full-time careers. And most of these hobby-turned vacations pay really well if pursued professionally. If your hobby becomes a career, then there's nothing stopping you from being satisfied in your job and life. So go ahead and make a wise choice.